Mr. Rodney and the PC caucus's time.
Since we're down to minutes, I'll just list the questions that we can look forward to answers in the future.
Yeah, no, that's great.
The department can get to.
That's great.
And they have everything to do with page 53 of the business plan, outcome 3, Alberta's education system is inclusive. Here's our top 10. Last year, during estimates, there was discussion about integrating incoming refugee students into the education system. So can you comment on how this is going and what specific initiatives you are implementing to make this process as easy as possible? Number 2, we have heard that funding for English language learners, ELL, students continues to be an issue. So what is your ministry doing to work with school boards to ensure there are proper supports for students, including Syrian refugees, who will be relying heavily on these circumstances? 3, do you happen to know roughly how many school-aged children of Syrian, that is referring to Syrian refugees, who have chosen to enter the public or Catholic system versus the private or charter system? Obviously, there could be a natural affinity to schools like the Islamic Academy in Edmonton. Number 4, has your ministry provided additional training to teachers and or schools who have experienced an influx of refugee students? 5, given the influx of refugee students from Muslim-majority countries, what specific initiatives has your ministry implemented to educate children about Islamic culture in order to prevent exclusion based on lack of understanding of cultural differences? 6, cultural understanding is an enormous part of acceptance and inclusivity. What's your ministry doing to foster and support exchange programs for both students and teachers? 7, what are you doing to support additional heritage language education in public schools in support of international language programs? 8, last year in estimates you mentioned how the Alberta curriculum is being used in some jurisdictions internationally. Has there been an increase in that happening for this year, and what are you doing to help market the Alberta curriculum abroad, noting that this is an excellent first step in developing long-term tourism marketing and supporting new market development? 9, last year in estimates you noted that over 3 years you had built in $10 million in savings by reducing salary expenditures by about 2%. Have you experienced any impacts because of this within the department or the services it provides? And 10, again last year you noted that you've trimmed the education department and administrative budgets from $161 million in 2014 down to $142.5 million last year. Has this impacted frontline services of the department at all? I have more questions. How much more time do we have?
You have a minute.
1 more minute. Here we go. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through all that. It was actually having to do with the school board. We finished that one. And you know, Minister, maybe I'll just turn it back to you because we have the opportunity in question period to answer questions and, well, at least to ask.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Not
we'll
sure
be together in an hour and a half
perhaps
again.
an overall comment
it's been
about
nice
inclusivity. What could you say as an elevator speech of a minute or so with regard to page 53, the business plan, outcome 3, Alberta's education system is inclusive? Can you give us a present situation and where are you looking to go forward to ensure that people not only survive but they thrive?
Yeah, for sure. Well, and thank you
Especially
so much for your questions, and you know, that list that you gave us just now has a lot of really important things that I've been thinking about over the last year, right, since we did this, and
right.
you know, it's very interesting to see how dynamic.
I apologize for the interruption, but